Hi my lovers, welcome to another edition of Dave's Tiny Kitchen. Today, 6th of September, it's World Beard Day. Never heard of it? I'm in, I'm up for it. Here we go. That's today anyway, World Beard Day. Today we're going to be cooking, what's it called? Today we're going to be cooking homemade hamburger steak in an homemade onion gravy. We'll be serving that with some gorgeous mashed potatoes, perhaps with a little bit of turmeric to give it a yellow colour, and some garlic and a big knob of butter and black pepper. With that, serve that with green beans, again just cooked with a big knob of melted butter and salt and black pepper. Simple as that. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Okay, so the ingredients for the hamburger steak are, first of all, some ground beef, some minced beef, an onion, some salt, some ground black pepper, not that I've got it here, but a teaspoon of garlic powder and a good tablespoon at least of steak sauce or brown sauce. For the onion gravy, we've got about a half a cup of red vermouth, or red vermouth. We've got about getting on for a pint of beef stock. We use a bit of flour to make a roux to thicken that up to make the onion gravy, and the hamburger steaks will sit in that and cook all the way through. But first of all, we'll seal the patties in a hot cast iron skillet. In there we've got a big shed load of lovely white potatoes, which we'll mash up later. Now, I've had burgers many times. Why do we call them hamburgers when there's no ham in them, there's beef? Kind of refer to them as beef burgers over here, but I just wonder where that come from. Perhaps someone can enlighten me on why we call them hamburgers. But basically the burger patties will be fried and then or sealed on both sides and then put into the onion gravy to continue the cooking all the way through in the onion gravy. I've had burgers many ways, you know, grilled, fried, barbecued, but never sort of sealed on two sides and then cooked in gravy for an hour. Something totally new, something I would probably never have thought of doing. Sounds obvious, but I've never thought of doing it. I've never known anyone doing it over here in the UK, so perhaps it's a new one for a lot of people. Certainly not in America, it's not new, but it's very new for me. Looking forward to it. And God, who doesn't love mashed potato with loads of butter in it? Come on. Cut. Okay, I've made the patties. So in the patties you've got that 1 pound of ground beef, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, and a good tablespoon of brown sauce, or steak sauce if you've got it. Apparently brown sauce and steak sauce are pretty close. So I've read on the internet. I haven't tasted steak sauce, so I can't comment really, but that's what I've seen on the internet. Okay, I think our skillet is pretty hot. Yep, hot enough. So in go our 2 monster patties. Don't forget, we're not cooking these. We're just sealing them both sides for maybe 3 minutes a side. So we'll leave that go. We'll be back in a few. Okay, so that's been about three minutes, something like that now. I've got my grease pretty hot. Whoa. Look at that colour. This thing is useless. That's some really dark colour on there. That's gorgeous. I'm going to turn the heat down because the skillet does keep that heat really hot. So we'll give this about maybe 3 minutes on the other side, and then we'll take that off the heat. That's sealed nicely. It's been a couple of minutes, but as this is really hot, I'm just going to have a look at one of them. Couple more minutes. So you can see the colour on the other side. That's going to be fine, absolutely fine. Then we'll just put them to one side. Come back to them later when we've done the gravy. So in here, and the bottom of this pan, is all this lovely caramelised meat juices and stuff, which is so tasty. The next step is to add our onions. Stop my timer in the other room. Now what you can do is, this is my vermouth, which is just whatever it is, fortified wine. This will deglaze the pan, so all those bits, you can see them on the bottom, look at them just coming off, but all of that is adding flavour to our gravy. I'll tell you now, and the vermouth is going to add that richness. This is going to be good, I can tell you. So now, in there I had one small stroke medium red onion, one maybe a medium red and a medium white onion, because I really love onion gravy and I want plenty of onions in it, plenty. Finely diced ish. And then we'll just let that go for a few minutes, let that soften down a bit, and then we'll add some flour and make a roux. Okay, that's softening down, it's bubbling away merrily. Here I've got about 1/4 cup of just plain flour, just all-purpose plain flour. So I'm going to just pop that in, and then there's oil in there, and don't forget there's that vermouth, so this should come together okay, which it is. Now we'll add a little bit of the beef broth, Give it a stir. Oh boy, that smells good. It's got a long way to go, but I mean, look, how good does that look already, huh? That does look awesome. More stock. You just add a bit at a time and stir it in like this. If you add it all at once, you're just making hard work for yourself. You're going to end up with a big lump of it and then have to work hard to get it out. Okay, we're back. Potatoes, boiling hot. One secret of mashed potato, always use white pepper. Always, always, always white pepper. So, half a teaspoon of white pepper. This is an option, whole grain mustard. 1, 2. And then the butter. A nice big healthy knob. A hunk of butter. That's our mash done. Our green beans. Yo. A nice healthy knob of butter. Back on the heat source, but with the heat source turned off. So it's just a latent heat. Melting the butter. Homemade hamburger steak, mashed potato with white pepper, bit of salt, whole grain mustard, a nice hunk of butter, a real nice hunk of butter. Green beans, again with a nice hunk of butter. That's it. That's as good as it gets. This is real comfort food. Boy, look at that. Here we go, taste test. Man, if there was snow outside, this would be the most comforting thing there ever was. It's awesome. The gravy is rich, it's really rich. It's sweet from the onion. Try it. You've got to try this. Everybody in England, try this. Thank you.